Forum Adventures. I think it's episode 3. It is. It is definitely episode 3. Stop with the currencies. Let's see what this guy's mad about. I love these forum posts. I don't know why it took me so long to start doing this. I want to do this since Shadowlands. I think Shadowlands had like so much more juice in the forums. But I decided to never do it. So yeah, here we are catching up. I wish I could just like go back in time, not back in time, but like back to the forum posts of the Shadowlands and see what the forum was like. Anyways, so this actually posting on his main, so no one can give him shit that he's posting on an alt character, on a classic Andy or whatever character. He's actually posting on his level 70. That has to count for something, right? Flightstones, Whelplings. Wait, Flightstones, Whelpling Shadowflame Crests, Drake's Shadowflame Crests, Worms Shadowflame Crests, Aspects Shadowflame Crests. Okay, so let's go from, I think the order would be, actually, I think he is in the right order. Yeah, okay, he's in the right order. Lesser Crests of Honor, Greater Crests of Honor, Lesser Trophy of Conquest, Greater Trophy of Conquest, Spark of the Shadow Flame, Splintered Spark of the Shadow Flame. Oh my god, just stop. Every freaking expansion we have to load our bags up with 50 different currencies. Wait. These go in your bag? What the shit? Just stop with the gear upgrading. Who thought this was a good idea? Here's a 1/8 piece of honor. Now go do mindless trivial things to get it up to 8 out of 8. Even though you'll replace it before it even gets past 4 out of 8, these upgrades are meaningless. He is right though. He is 100% right. The only way this would make sense is that you could upgrade it all the way to the max. That's the only way these upgrades make sense. If you can upgrade LFR only to like somewhere in between normal and heroic, this makes absolute, like, this is garbage design. All you gotta do, if you want to upgrade LFR gear to a mythic gear, you have to do the content for it. Upgrading LFR gear to above normal gear without doing normal raid is fucking stupid. Upgrading LFR to like maybe, you know, a step before it becomes normal gear raid, and then needing to do normal raid in order to upgrade it to normal and above, that's all you need to do. And then same with the heroic, same with mythic. So I don't understand why it's so hard for Blizzard to just like make that the fucking progress. Like, it is so stupid that it's like it stops you halfway and then you have to find the item again on a different difficulty to upgrade higher, and then it stops you again. It's like there's like, it's so stupid. At least upgrade Mythic Plus gear with Valor makes sense. Yes, it does, because you can upgrade all the way up. Just give us gear that scales with the difficulty of the task. Yes! Stop with the nonsense. I would like to enjoy other parts of the game, not spend all of my time doing mindless, busy work. Yeah. Alright, here we go. 10.1 in a nutshell. You spin the wheel of mayhem to go up the ladder of chance. You go past the mud hut, through the rainbow ring to get to the golden monkey. You yank his tail and boom, you're in paradise spawned. Each of these sections of the game are interspersed with questions of general knowledge for each player, and the choice of whether you pick Google or Wicked Wango cards, or play pass to the opposing contestant. Wicked Wango cards. I don't know what this is. Okay, let's read it. Wicked Wango cards determine whether you go higher or lower, though higher or lower than what is never explained. Okay, there are also various other rules, including holding your breath while your question is being read. A hopping bone. Wait, this is from Friends. This is from Friends. A hopping bonus in which you must hop on one foot, changing legs between questions, and a backwards bonus where the correct answer must be repeated backwards. The hopping bonus can only be used in the super speed round, where the contestant must answer as many questions as possible within a time limit. There are also audio questions. It is implied that one of the rules is that contestants are not allowed to talk to each other. You can use an Angel Pass for a free turn. These can be attained when picking a Google card and can only be used once. Another Google card is the Gimme card, which means you gain all of the opposing player's points. In climbing the ladder of chance, players may choose how many rungs they wish to climb. Must beware of the hungry monkey, which passes play back to the opposing player. The time turtle makes sure contestants don't take too long answering questions. When a player loses, then they have been bamboozled. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, bro. Let's see. This is the one, isn't it? Joey explains Bamboozle. Joey explains Bamboozle. This has to be it, right? Best game ever or play Bamboozle?
The audition's in a couple of hours, and
I have a son, Ben. Hi, Ben.
Wait.
Lose to junior high girls some other time.
all right, let's play Bamboozled.
Bamboozled?
Yeah, isn't that a cool name?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So
Our
good.
first contestant is Ross Geller. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Ross?
Well, I'm a paleontologist. I live in New York. I have a...
Anyways, we watch this on your own because I will get copy strike on this shit, and the video will be taken down. But yeah, basically, this is what that thing is. This, I guess this is what it is. I didn't know they had a Google or a Wicked Wanker. Anyways, let's see what the replies are. I like to enjoy other parts of the game, not spend all of my time doing mindless busy work. Then don't. Good answer. Well, when you say it like that, it just sounds excessive. LOL. Yes. Yes, it does. What is this? Just give us gear that scales with the difficulty of task. Scaling PvE gear? What? Yeah, imagine. Well, again, I don't think... Like, the whole point of the scaling gear, I feel like the upgrade materials... Like, here's the thing. They are using IO score. They integrate IO score into the game at some point. Just put IO score for raiding. You have raiding for arena. That's basically an IO score. And you have an IO score for Mythic Plus. You cannot upgrade a Mythic Plus item higher than a certain item level unless you have a certain IO score. Problem solved. Same with the raiding. You cannot upgrade a certain raid item past a certain point without the raid IO score. And also, by the way, this will also require them to make sure that raid gear is not as good for Mythic Plus as Mythic Plus gear is, and how PvP gear should not be as good for Mythic Plus as Mythic Plus gear, and vice versa on all of it. Okay, PvP gear needs to be the best gear for PvP. Mythic Plus gear needs to be the best gear for Mythic Plus. Raid gear needs to be the best gear for Raid. Either it be by specific sets that only work in Raid or in dungeon environment, things like that. Okay? Them being able to help each other out is fine, but the best in slot for the activity should come from said activity. Flightstones, Wallpling, Shadow Flame Crest. Only one of these is technically a currency. Or is this just another threat to say that Blizzard overestimated the intelligence of its average user? Only one of these is technically a currency. Which one is that? Because I don't know the currencies, but I'm assuming all of these are currencies for something. So I can't even reply to this, but you know, last I checked, Ian said something, and this is like a while, like many years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, in an interview. He said that's like people could not find the conquest vendor, so there was no conquest vendor or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? When a player loses, then they have been bamboozled. Hacking. 10.1 in a nutshell. Nutshell in a few bulleted points. This is a monstrosity of TLDR. Yeah, this is kind of true. Any substance here in Spin the Wheel? That's so cool the way you worded it. I guess so, yeah. Well, it's just RNG, basically. Thought this was a good idea. Here's a 1.8 piece of honor. Make it simple then. Don't collect any currency below the content. You'll top out at top out at, since you'll be replacing that gear before you get it upgraded anyway. Now you just have to deal with one currency in your bag and one currency in your currency tab. But what if you're a normal raider who wants to go into heroic raiding? And what if you're a heroic raider who wants to go into mythic raiding? Still problems with this. What if you're best in slot? You know, like what if your LFR item is just as good as a mythic item, like a trinket, because it just scales so well on your class, right? And now, like, what, you have to find 4 of the same trinket and grind every fucking raid for it, like LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic, and hope for that drop. And then if you get an LFR, you now have to stop grinding in LFR until you can get it on normal or some shit. Like, just make it so you can upgrade all the way up. Like, what the fuck? Flatstones, welcome. I don't even know what these are. I just play the game the way I want and prefer. Yeah, see, you are one of the people who would play the game regardless of what happens. You don't care about the game. See, it's people like this who really shouldn't be on the forums. Like, they shouldn't be replying to anything like this. I don't even know what these are. I just play the game the way I want and prefer. That means it doesn't matter what the game does. It doesn't matter what's available in the game. Nothing really matters, because you're just going to play it the way you want and the way you prefer. But you're still going to play it. Blizzard can literally take shit on a fucking, in a frying pan, dump it all over your face, rub your eyes in it, make you swallow some, make you puke it, bake it on the same frying pan, make you eat that shit, and you would be fine with it. Okay? Why are you even on the forums? It's like, you really don't care about the game. Like, in the sense, it's like, you don't want to be better, you don't want to be worse, you just don't care. You will play it regardless. Why the fuck are you on the forums talking about the things? Obviously, you're right, whatever, but it's like, bro, you do not care how bad the game gets. You will still enjoy it, but the game will die without players. People wanting the game to be better are the ones who should be on the forums giving these fucking feedbacks. I never see much of any of these alternative currencies. Most seem grindy for poor gear, so I don't waste my time doing something boring and unfun. Yeah, but something exciting and fun in the game instead. Like, if anyone is into these things though, great, have fun with it, by all means. But I guess I play differently to where I don't know these currency things. It's just how I roll. And I have tons of fun. Thus, these currencies don't exist in my world of Warcraft. But they do exist. They're still a problem for many people. It's like, you are not the people that Blizzard needs to cater to, because you will play it no matter fucking what. Flightstones, meet the Flightstones. Oh, Flintstones? Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Am I the only one who caught the Amazing Friends reference? Excellent job, OP. Had me cackling up. Bamboozled. Yep. Get to the golden monkey, you yank his tail, and boom. Don't you know you gotta shock the monkey? Okay. LOL. And the worst part is, this is only about one season, not even about an expansion. Imagine how troll would be if he had wrote all currencies since the classic. I never thought about this, and for sure is ridiculous. Why don't you just make gold usable? Because you can buy gold. They can't make gold work because of gold black market. I don't care. There are boosters and black markets in any game you play in this whole world, so just use the major currency, gold. You can just throw gold in there as well if you want, but like, the problem is the token. Just give us gear that scales with difficulty of task. Would remove the point of getting gear then. I mean, to an extent, as much as I love getting the gear, I still much prefer like horizontal gaming. So I personally don't care about this, but I understand, because I was there at one point and I'm still there in some cases. Gearing was why I was playing WoW for the most part. Just gearing, getting on that gear treadmill over and over and over. until I get sick of it, and that's why I just can't play WoW anymore, because it's literally just a gear treadmill, and I don't remember the last time I actually had fun playing the gear treadmill, be it like with the content that I was doing to get the gear. I don't remember the last time I had fun with WoW. I need to prep for next Tuesday. You're only doing normal. You could be half asleep and clear it. Oh my god, just stop. Did the currency tab dev get axed with all the support personnel? Yeah, I don't understand why this doesn't go to a currency tab. This makes absolutely no sense. This should really go into a currency. If it's a currency, go into currency tab. This should not be a part of your bags. Heck, most of the things in your inventory should not be a part of your bags. Materials for crafting should not be a part of your bags. Oh my god. Now what do I have to say about this? I agree mostly. I like this. I mean, I it's a great reference, but I have to play 10.1 to kind of understand better. But I think he just means it's an RNG fest and weird, you know, check marks that you have to do or some shit like that. Anyways, what do I think about this? I think they're overcomplicating the what do you call it? The currencies for absolutely no reason. There's absolutely no reason for the currency to be that complicated. You can literally have one currency, one to maybe two currencies per area. Like PvP has honor and valor. In my opinion, you can just be fucking honor for all of it, and everything else just comes from your rating. Who gives a shit? You don't need conquest. Just make it all honor and rating. Oh, but that would be, everyone would just be buying boosts. Man, who gives a shit? Then they do it anyways. If anything, you're actually going to limit the amount of boosting happening, because you would need, you have a lot, like, you think you'd have a lot more boosters, but honestly, it's right now, in order to cap, you need to cap your conquest and be at a certain, what do you call it? At a certain arena level. So if someone gets his arena rating up before he gets all the conquest points that he needs to buy the gear, he will have to do arena to get the conquest again, therefore lose rating, therefore he would need another boost, right? And he still needs the weekly win at the highest rating possible in order to get certain items from the vault, right? So it's like, if anything, maybe it will be less boosting at that point. Oh my god. But yeah, definitely too many currencies for absolutely no real reason. There's just like simplify this, make everything based on rating, and yeah, call it a day. I said this during Shadowlands basically, where I saw like, first of all, another thing is stop limiting shit for like weekly. If someone wants to be a degenerate asshole and fully grind out, you know, like a currency to upgrade gear, who gives a shit? If it's locked behind rating, they can't do that. Because like, in order to get to the rating, you need to really play the game. You need to really like fucking achieve. And if you achieve, then you deserve the gear. Then who cares? Anyways. For the most part, I agree with this. I didn't see anyone even commenting that he's on an alt, so that's good. There you go. Post on your mains, guys. But yeah, like some things never change. I mean, I know MMOs are basically about doing busy work and shit like that, but like WoW is literally just like almost all busy work. There's no real aspect of the game that I find interesting or fun. Raiding is a massive fucking chore. It's a massive gathering. Now, again, you can view it as in like, oh, you're just gathering with your guild mates and like you're having fun. Like it's a, you know, it's a social experience and you get to kill mobs. Yeah, this is not true for most guilds, okay? This is not really the case. Someone fucks up too many times, people get angry because they want to move on to the next boss, okay? Yeah, you have guilds like Shilular that basically, for him, it's like it's just a social interaction with his buddies that they just hang out and kill normal mobs and they drink and they have fun sometimes, whatever. Yeah, that's not the experience most people have. Most people have the experience of, okay, Johnny fucking died again, and he released, so we can't res him, so we have to wait for him to run back. So we're gonna wait to drop this food so he doesn't run out by the time he gets here. Oh, wait, someone had to go to the washroom, so we gotta wait now. Like, yeah, this is what WoW experience really is like, because it's really good at mindless, busy work. And I think that's what I'm gonna call this video. Mindless, busy work. I'll see you in the next episode of WoW Forum Adventures. Take care.